pretty lies. Look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake, 'cause I don't fucking care.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Today we're going to be going over how to make sure you can get the best draft champions draft, best overall, best team. We're going to be showing you my 3 favorite themes that you should be using in this draft to make sure you do get a good team, because the themes do matter. The first theme we're doing is around the world. Some may be surprised that I'm saying pick around the world because you start off with a 78 overall base team. But maybe it was just me, but I was yanking legend after legend, 90 plus overalls. And maybe I was getting lucky, maybe I was doing good. But out of the 3 times I did do this draft, the least amount of legend / hero rounds I had was 4. Plus, I threw in a few rounds with guys that were 90 plus overalls as well. By the way, by the stats I am mentioning to you guys, if there was a round with a legend / hero in it, I took them every time, regardless if there's a 90 overall or not. So when I tell you how many 90 overalls I got, it's separate from that. But like I said, I got a couple 90 plus overall rounds, plus some legend rounds. The minimum was 4 legend / hero rounds, like I said. So I think even though you started with a low overall, 78 overall in the around the world, it was a great one where you could get a really stacked first couple lines. And you know they are on the ice the most, so you can tolerate a little bit when it comes to the fact that you do get legends plus other really high overalls. So I do think this could be the number 3 overall, if I'm not the only one just getting lucky like this. As you see here, the overall is only an 89, but that's because you start with such a low overall base team. But like I said, you have a really good first 2 lines after this draft. Can't go wrong with it. Like I said, look at that, all 94 overall legends / heroes, plus there was some other guys. Next on the list is Movember Alumni. These are cards that had Movembers in previous years, and if you look at that base team dropping all mid 80s out right out the bat, 80, you start with a 90 overall base team. Look at that. How can you go wrong with a 90 overall base team? Plus you have to realize there isn't legends in the Movember ones, but I was getting a consistent, I was getting 4, 5, 88 guys. We had a couple 90 plus overall guys. Like I said, no legends, but that's because legends weren't, legends have never had Movember cards yet. That's why we got this number 2 on the list. But when a team starts with a 90 overall to start, that means they're going to have to give you a bunch of high overalls, because they have to give you cards that are better than the card already in that position. They can't give you an 83 overall if all the cards are 85 already. They have to give you something better. That's the way Draft Champions works. So that's how it can guarantee you a really good, solid team for Movembers. Even though you will not have the chance of playing with legends doing this kind of draft, it is definitely a recommended way to get a really nice, solid team when it comes to your Draft Champions team. As you see here, last one, we got all 91s, right at 92 overall. We'll see what it puts us at right at the end here. And it looks like we're going to have a 92 overall. That was about consistent for a 92 overall. I had for a lot of them, I think. 95 offense, so 92 defense, 91 goalies. A very stout offense, stout defense overall in general. Can't go wrong with a team like that, like you see. Last but certainly not least is AllStar Alumni. I think they are the number 1 choice you should be picking. Now, the base is only an 88 overall, but you got to realize these give you all stars at one point in time. It increases your chances of having really high overalls. Plus, you start at that high overall, so same standards as the Movembers, but you get the chance of pulling legends as well in this draft. Now, like I said, if there was a legend on the draft round, I did pick the legend. So with that being said, there was 4 legend rounds I had on both of the Movember drafts that I did do. Plus, there was a couple 88s, couple 89 overalls, couple 87s, and a lower amount of 86s. Of course, I did sprinkle in 1 or 2 85 rounds each time, not even 2 maybe sometimes. But like I said, it's another one that's guaranteeing you good players, because there was all-stars at one point in time. You ain't got to worry about an 85, 86 overall being sprinkled in there that was never once an all-star. It just increases your chances of getting a good draft. So you got to take full advantage of it. That's why I have it at number 1. I have been getting good drafts. I did have a 94 overall draft. I didn't have it recorded though. So, if it wasn't recorded, it ain't on YouTube. Who can prove it, right? But you have to believe me, I did have one. It was a nice draft. This was one of the lower drafts, I think, honestly, that I've had with All-Stars, but you can't go wrong, period. But as you can see, we will have a 93 overall, 94 offense, 92 defense, and 93 goalie. Another stout team, right around 93 overall. That's about consistent, I'd say, for the All-Star ones that I've been getting. So hopefully, that'll help you guys as well. Giving you 3 of the top ones. Hopefully one of them are always available out of the 4 themes. One of these 3 themes definitely should guarantee you a really good team. So hopefully this helped you guys out, guys. If you like this video, please let me know. If there's something else you want to see, as I said, always let me know, guys. I hope you like this video, and thanks for watching.